Welcome to Learn English with Mary and Sam. Today we're going to explore how to ask about and discuss news or current events in English. Whether you're chatting with friends or engaging in more formal discussions, knowing the right phrases can help you communicate more effectively.
That's right, Mary. Talking about news and current events is a common part of everyday conversations, and it can lead to some fascinating discussions. Let's dive in.
Let's start with some common phrases for asking about news. You can say, "Did you hear about the new climate change policy?" "What do you think about the recent election results?" "Have you been following the news on the global energy crisis?"
Exactly. And if you want to be more specific, you can ask, "Did you see the report on the housing market trends in today's paper?" "What's your take on the latest developments in the tech industry?" "Are you up to date on what's happening with the negotiations for the new trade agreement?"
Let's look at a scenario where we're asking about news. "Hey Sam, did you hear about the new environmental policy announced yesterday?"
No, I haven't. What's it about?
"The government is introducing stricter regulations on plastic use. What do you think about that?"
Now, let's talk about how to discuss news. You can say, "I read an article about climate change policies this morning." The main story today is about the new space mission launch. There's been a lot of coverage on rising inflation rates lately.
Those are great, Sam. Here are a few more. According to recent reports, inflation rates have cooled slightly. Experts are saying that the release of MLK Jr.'s assassination files could spark significant public debate. It's been all over social media that TikTok might face a ban in the US unless sold to a non-Chinese entity.
Let's explore these phrases in a conversation. Did you catch the news about the space mission?
Yes, I did. According to recent reports, they've made a groundbreaking discovery.
That's fascinating. What are the experts saying about it?
Well, scientists are claiming it could revolutionize our understanding of the universe. When discussing news, it's common to share your opinion. You might say, "I think this development is really positive, concerning. In my opinion, this could have a significant impact on the global economy. I'm not sure I agree with how they're handling the situation."
Excellent points, Mary. Here are a few more. It seems to me that there's more to this story than what's being reported. I can see both sides of the issue, but I tend to lean towards supporting renewable energy initiatives. I'm reserving judgment until we have more information.
Let's practice using these phrases in context. What do you think about the new education policy?
Well, I think it has both positive and negative aspects. On one hand, it could improve access to education, but I'm concerned about how it will be implemented.
I see your point. In my opinion, we need to wait and see how it plays out in practice.
When discussing news and current events, it's important to be aware of cultural differences. In some cultures, people might be more reserved about sharing political opinions, while in others, lively debate is encouraged.
That's right, Sam. It's also worth noting that news sources and media bias can vary greatly between countries. What's considered a reliable source in one place might not be viewed the same way elsewhere.
Exactly. And in some cultures, it's common to discuss news and current events even in casual settings, while in others, it might be seen as too serious for light conversation.
One common mistake is using very strong language when discussing sensitive topics. For example, saying, "That policy is terrible," might come across as too aggressive.
Good point, Mary. It's often better to use more measured language, like, "I have some concerns about that policy."
Another mistake is not considering your audience. Remember that not everyone may be comfortable discussing certain topics or may have different levels of knowledge about an issue.
When discussing news, we often use the present perfect tense to talk about recent events. For example, have you heard about the new law that has been passed? Scientists have discovered a new species in the Amazon rainforest.
That's right. And we use the present continuous for ongoing situations. The situation is developing rapidly. Experts are still analyzing the data.
Now let's get interactive. We want to hear from you. What's a recent news story that caught your attention? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
That's right. And if you have any questions about discussing news and current events, feel free to ask.
We'll also give you a quick quiz. Can you think of a situation where you would use the phrase, "What's your take on this?" You might say, "What's your take on this?" when asking a friend for their opinion on a complex news story.
Exactly. For example, I've been reading about the new trade agreement. What's your take on this? Today we covered a range of expressions for asking about and discussing news and current events, from basic to advanced. Remember, use specific phrases to ask about news and introduce topics. Share information you've learned from reliable sources. Express your opinions respectfully and be open to others' views. Be aware of cultural differences in discussing current events. Use appropriate tenses when talking about recent news and ongoing situations.
That's right. Practice these expressions in your daily conversations to improve your English skills and engage in meaningful discussions about current events.
Thanks for joining us today. If you have any questions or want to share your favorite phrases for discussing news, please comment below.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more episodes of Learn English with Mary and Sam. We have some exciting topics lined up for you in the coming weeks.
Until next time, keep practicing and stay informed.